What is up, guys? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to our Space Engineers Economy Only mini-series. This is episode number 6, and this episode marks probably like the halfway point in our series. And judging by our progression, that actually kind of checks out. We have a base going, we have refineries going, we have power, and we have a couple of methods to make money. So I think we're probably about halfway through the series. A mini-series, I was always intending for it to go 5 to 10 episodes. It could, of course, go longer, and a lot of you guys seem to want it to go longer, which is absolutely fine. I'm having a blast with this series. But anyways, this episode, we're intending to go a little bit further with our level of progression, I suppose. In this episode, I have 3 main tasks, and I'd like to complete one of them. So the main tasks are either get a basic assembler going, get a basic survival kit going, or I mean a survival kit, not a basic survival kit, or get a ship going. Either of those 3 would mean that this episode is a success, and we've jumped ahead in our progression level. I've also got a couple of side tasks. Those are to get these up and running, these basic refineries, or to get more power up and running. So I'd like to actually get both of those done. But anyways, those are our tasks for this episode. Let's see if we can complete them. Now, I want to check our refinery to see how much magnesium we have currently. We have 26. Okay, that's actually perfect because we have a contract for 25, if I remember correctly. Let me see if I can real quick find it. I know it's one of these. Will it jump out at me though? Probably not. It'll be the last one I look at. You watch. Platinum, cobalt, platinum, uranium, gold, magnesium powder. It was almost the last one I looked at. 25 magnesium powder. We have 26. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that in. So 25, and that'll probably be the first major contract that we've done. The first one that's gonna give us like a decent amount of money. So that's gonna be good. We can do the 25. In addition to that, do we have any cobalt that I can bring? I think no. We don't have enough cobalt to really do anything with. Okay. I don't know why I'm going around to look at this stuff, because I can always just go boop and then look at it all together. But, okay, I think I'm just going to let our magnesium continue to refine. In fact, let's get 2 magnesium and we'll bring that with us so that we can turn that in as well. Okay, here we go, 2 magnesium, awesome. And I think we're just going to bring that with us to that base over there. So let's go over there. We're going to turn in this contract, which is very exciting. And we're going to sell a little bit of magnesium, depending on the price, of course. It might be a high price, it might be a low price. We'll find out, but I'll see you guys at the station. Okay, so if you watched most of the way through last episode, you'll know that we now have a spreadsheet going alongside this this series. Maybe right now in editing, I'll throw up the spreadsheet so you can see what it looks like. It's basically just a small thing that tells us what the prices are and what a good price is versus a bad price. Let's take a peek at what these prices are currently. So for cobalt, for instance, this is actually the highest price I've ever seen. So this is an extremely good cobalt price. Magnesium, though, it's not the highest I've ever seen. It's still kind of like average. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sell my 2 magnesium at this price. I'm probably going to wait a little bit for it to be a little bit more. But we can complete this contract, which it doesn't matter what the price is for this one. So let's run down here. This one right here, we're going to get 1 million credits for this contract. So let's go ahead and finish that. Character inventory. Yes, we are now rich people. How rich are we? 1.8 million rich is how rich we are. I think now's probably a good time to actually try and do some of those trades. Since we have enough money to kind of buy a bunch of materials and sell them at the other station, I want to run around and see what the price is. Okay, so for instance, this medical component, this is actually not a very good price. Since getting a survival kit up and running was one of our tasks for today, I think we want to wait until this is a little bit lower, because the lowest price I saw this at was like 280,000 or something like that. So we're going to wait on that one. But I'm going to mark all these down and see if we can get any profit selling to the other station. Actually, it looks like these are all the same prices from yesterday, so there's no sense in actually doing anything with these because it hasn't changed yet. But I can look at these acquisitions because I did notice that there were a couple of these. Okay, so they want 31 canvas and they'll give me 621K. Now, if I were to buy 31 canvas, this one is actually worth it. 518? Yeah, okay, so that one's actually worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and accept that contract, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that contract. So see, we're just cheating the system here. So I'm gonna do 31 canvas, purchase that, and I'm gonna immediately give it right back to these guys for an immediate profit. And that's easy. Now we can do this because we have the capital to actually do this mission. We have the money to do that, which is really nice. I think we've gone up probably a couple tens of thousands here just then by doing that. I think that's about all we can do until this thing resets. So we're gonna wait for a second for it to reset. It shouldn't be long because, of course, it's been a while since it's reset. All right, it looks like things have changed again. Let's take a look at what they have. Okay, acquisitions, they want thruster. Now that would be, okay, I highly doubt we'll be able to do this one because we probably need a lot of capital to be able to do this. In fact, all of these I doubt we can do just because the award amounts are so much that I doubt we'd be able to buy enough of the stuff in the first place, even if it was a deal. So we're not going to take any of these, even though that's so much money. Do they have any hauls, I wonder? Any easy hauls? Nope, these are very long hauls. Okay, that's fine. Let's go in here then and take a look at our prices, see if there's anything really good. That's a really good construction component price. Wow. Cosmic coffee, okay, I'm not worried about that. Gravity components, they have girders. We're absolutely going to buy those. But yeah, look at this. Medical components is already cheaper than it was yesterday. And I know for a fact from tracking this that it even goes cheaper. Looking at this, power cells though, pretty good, pretty good. Reactor components, I think they were cheaper yesterday. They're selling steel plates again in small steel tubes. I should probably take advantage of that. And of course, these guys right here, they're so expensive. That's why I won't be able to do that mission where they wanted like 80 of them. Yeah, I would need about that much money to be able to do that. So let me write these down in my little spreadsheet and I will see if we have any deals we can do. All right, I've input everything into my spreadsheet. I'm gonna go have to check the mine station real quick to find out where I can get these good deals. But for these girders, I know I wanted, let me actually go back in here real quick and check our solar panels. I think I have to actually search it to see them. So solar panels, I know I wanted 24 girders for the two that we want to set up. So let's go ahead and get 24 of these, just so we have them. We'll bring them back to base, buy those. We've been waiting for that for ages. Okay, and with that, let's go to the mine station to see what they are selling so that we can find out what we can, if we can make any profit. So let's get over to that mine station. By the way, I'm not going to do this every time with the spreadsheet because it takes a really long time for me to input all the numbers because I have like 3 pages I have to input things onto. The buys, the sells, and then the trading spreadsheet. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to refine this spreadsheet that I have set up and I'm going to make it so that I only have to input it once for the day and it'll automatically input it into the other spreadsheet so that I can very quickly sort of input everything and then do this much quicker. That would probably save me half the time. So that's probably something I'll do in between this episode and the next one. But let's get to this mine station, see what they have to offer, or see what we have to offer them, I guess. Dang, okay, looking over at my my spreadsheet, it looks like we have no deals that will actually earn us money. Most of them will be at a loss. So the sale prices are not good on this day. That's fine. We don't want to sell anything anyway. Let's check out what they have. I want to see the hauls, if they have any good hauls. They don't. That's the easiest way for me to make to get reputation is these hauling missions. Acquisitions, do you guys have anything good? 408 displays for 8,300 and no, what? 834,000. Is that a good deal? I haven't actually tracked any displays on my spreadsheet, so I actually don't know if that's a good deal. Do you guys have any good search missions? Because if you do, I will happily accept. No, I'm not willing to do any of those. That's fine. Okay, let's go back to our base and get those solar panels set up. That's going to be one of our side tasks done, and we're right at the start of the episode, so that's some good productivity right there. Let's get back. I want to see if I need steel plates too, because they are selling them. Might as well take advantage if we do end up needing them. Let me put this in there, and that'll be another solar panel up and running. These are all getting 1 bar. Is it enough to run that, I wonder? Let me put my other stuff in here real quick. We need 3 steel plates, so we are going to end up going back to that base in a moment. And it looks like that's not enough to run this thing, so we are going to have to flip it over. Hey, but we have more magnesium we can sell. I could probably get away with only repositioning 1 or 2 of these, because we have those extra ones over there now. Actually, I do wonder, how much are you guys producing like this? Let me use our build vision, scroll down. No, wait, undo. Build vision, scroll up, and then it should tell me. So max power, it's only generating 13 kilowatts compared to this one right here, which is generating 150. So it's really not doing much if it's like that and the sun's up there. Izzy's solar alignment script would be an absolute lifesaver in this situation, but in order to do that, we need to get enough for at least 1 rotor, as well as a block for the script, a script block. Is 2 actually running this thing, I wonder? Let's see. No? Okay. We'll do 1 more. All right, surely the 3 should be running this thing again, because I think that's how that's how we have been running it before. All right, good stuff. Okay, well, we're back at the base. Let me actually real quick plop out a, I can't do a basic assembler because I need 5 million. That's actually the big decision we have to make in this episode is we need to pay 5 million to this right here. We currently have 1.8 million, so this is probably enough to build a survival kit, But we could also not do the survival kit and just instead try and make 5 million so that we can get the basic assembler going. And the basic assembler would of course unlock the ability to make a battery. So that's extremely important. But at the same time, there's something to be said about a basic, or about a survival kit with the ability to make those materials that we can then sell. So actually, I think any way you slice it, probably the survival kit is going to be the way to go. Considering it can also refine things if we want it to, as like a separate one of those. Yeah, I think the survival kit's probably the way to go. Okay, well, we're going to wait until the shop recycles again, because I have it on good faith, or on good, well, I'm guessing that the shop is going to have a better deal for those metal or medical components. Just looking at the cycle that it seems to go through. In the meantime, though, I want to make sure we have we have enough stuff to refine, so I think we might go and get more cobalt and magnesium. Everything else, I think we're not really using much of the other stuff, so I think cobalt and magnesium are going to be good. Let's go and grab a little bit of cobalt, and just while we're kind of wasting time here, maybe we'll do a search mission as well. That's iron. Here is the cobalt. Let's grab a little bit of cobalt. All right, we have one full inventory of cobalt. That should probably last us for quite a while. How's our magnesium doing? We have another 2 there. I'm actually just going to keep it all there for now. We'll grab it before we go back to the shop. Let's go grab a little bit of magnesium as well, just so that we have that topped off. I swear, these 2 look almost identical, the cobalt and the magnesium. They're both like the same texture. Is that a thing, or like, is it glitched? I don't know. All right, we got 1 full inventory of magnesium as well. Good stuff. Man, I can't wait until we can be able to start doing gold and silver. But in order to do that, we need to find another ore station or go back to Earth, which is going to be interesting. I think one of these episodes, maybe we can do it next episode, I don't know. We're going to have to take a flight back to Earth. Just not really like to stay there because we have a base here. I mean, we could make a base on Earth if we want to. I guess there's something to be said about that, making a base on Earth and on the moon. Or moving our base to the Earth. I don't know. Either could work. But we need to go and get the higher tier refinery so that we can refine those more advanced things. Plop that back in there. And I think we're going to go and fly back over to the station. Let me just real quick lie down. Just a quick nap. Not quite asleep. We just want to get our power back up and running. Actually, what did we need for this, by the way? I know we were trying to build this last episode. We just needed the steel plates. Okay, so we really should pick up some steel plates while we're over there. All right, we're bringing our magnesium with us just so we can sell it. We're gonna probably pick up a couple steel plates. 2 would just complete that hydrogen engine that we wanted, but another 200 would complete the other refineries we wanted. As well, another 3 would complete the other solar panels. So we have that in mind. But I really think that they're gonna be cheaper tomorrow. So maybe we wait. I don't know. I don't have much data for the steel plates yet, because this is the first time in a while they've been shown. So, all right, I highly doubt this thing has changed, but we'll do a quick check. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's changed. We could go ahead and sell our magnesium. Oh wait, it must have changed because that's a higher price than it was before. Let me real quick check. Do we have? Yeah, it has changed. Okay. Wait, did it just change like as we walked in here? No, these were here. Oh no, these are different. Okay. Wow, 76K. I think that might be the most expensive one, other than that uranium one that was 100K. But wow, that's quite a big one. How many? What do you guys want for this one? Actually, was that another oxygen bottle one? 47 oxygen bottles. Can I perhaps interest you in your own oxygen bottles? Maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, let me sell my magnesium because I think this is the highest price we've ever seen. So I'm going to sell the 8 for 352K. Thank you very much. And we're over 2 mil now. It's crazy. Okay, so I did say medical components were going to get cheaper, and sure enough, they're cheaper. We're going to go ahead and buy 3 medical components for that much, which is going to give us enough for that survival kit. I also want to see these steel plates, and I'm going to be... okay, yeah, steel plates are cheaper. So we're going to buy... let's buy them separately. So let's get the 3. That's the solar panels. Let's get the 2. That's the other thing. And can I get 200? I highly doubt I can stick that in my inventory. I could technically afford it. Do we want to, though? I bet you steel plates are going to go cheaper. I think we hold out on the steel plates. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this and mark all these prices down again, just so we can go back to the mine station and see if there are any deals. Okay, everything is marked down. Let's head back on over to the mine station just to see if there are any goody good deals. I really hope there are. It's been such a long time since we've had a really good deal from these things. You guys probably don't know, but I cut out like the whole day, the whole final day last episode. I don't know if you may have noticed, it started at the start of the day, and then like 5 minutes over, I was like, all right, it's the end of the episode, the end of the day, etc., etc. I cut out most of it because I was going back and forth looking for deals like this. And I didn't find any. There were just no deals to be had, so it was very boring. But hopefully we'll have a deal this time, and if we don't, it's fine because we got the medical component, so we're still making progress no matter what. But let's check nonetheless, because again, we found last episode that there are quite a few deals to be made sometimes. You can make a lot of money. All right, let me go through this. All right, looks like we do actually have a deal today. It's not a very big deal. It's one we could do though if we want to. They want 54 power cells, and they're actually giving them, or they're actually taking them for a little bit higher of a price than we can buy them for. In total, we can make around 16K if we go and get all these power cells. I don't know if we'll be able to even hold this many, so it'd probably take 2 trips. Is it worth it? Maybe. I don't know. It's not quite an amazing deal, this one. So maybe we won't do it. But I mean, that's good to know that sometimes they do pop up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this because I want to see if they have any new acquisitions. Motors. They have another gold one. I'm not going to take the gold or the uranium ones, even though that's a really good uranium one. Construction components. 327 for 665,000. Okay, so at the price I was buying them for, that's not worth it. Computers, no, I can't do that. Iron ingots, absolutely going to accept that. That's a really good one to accept. Okay, we've got a mission. Nice. Let's go back to our base and get that survival kit set up if we can. Did that thing require any steel plates? I hope not. If it did though, one thing I've noticed about the trade stations, which I mentioned in past videos as well, is that they seem to go on a cycle. So there's a couple of cycles of the same material, and every time it gets a little bit cheaper before it vanishes off the market. So things like steel plates, girders, those seem to have a cycle where they start off really expensive, they get a little cheaper, a little cheaper, a little cheaper, they're at an extremely good price, and then they're off the market. So that's how that seems to work. I don't know exactly when it'll be off the market, but I know that if it follows that cycle, it'll still get cheaper, which is what I'm counting on. All right, survival kit. I want to set one up right here. G survival kit. Let's get that started. Right there, survival kit. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna put away my steel plates. Can I not put them in there? I think I need to go here first. I want to put away my steel plates so I don't plop them in there by accident. I'm gonna grab exactly what I need for this. Okay, 20 steel plates later, we'll be able to actually get this thing set up. So this needed only 2 steel plates. Let me grab those. And of course, the reason I'm doing this by hand slowly without using Build Planner is because I don't want to use any of those excess materials, because that's pretty much just a waste at this point. It worked the first time. That is the first time that this has ever worked the first time. It usually takes ages to set up. Now I'm keeping an eye on this. Yeah, it's using it. I mean, it's not using it that fast, but considering we don't really need it right now, or I guess we do because those aren't operating at full power. Let me turn it off and see what happens. Oh, it's still working. Okay, so what I need then is I need some sort of script or something that would be like, oh no, that's not outputting enough. Let's turn this on, or something like that. I think for now we're just going to use this as an emergency thing. So when it's getting dark and we want to sleep, we'll just turn this thing on and everything will be good. Speaking of which, it's actually getting kind of dark now. Probably around the time we would want to sleep. Actually, you know what? I'm not one to waste any daylight. Let's go do a search mission. I think that'd be a fun way to spend our time. Let's go do a quick search mission and see if we can get it done quickly. Maybe we'll grab 2. All right, hello again, beautiful station. I don't think we have any new stuff here, so let's see if they have any good search missions. A 67, that's a solid search mission right there. Probably on the other side of the planet, but we'll take it. We'll take this 57 as well, and we'll also take this 63 right here, I think. We don't have enough space for that. Dang, okay. Actually, you know what? I think what we're going to do, we're going to remove one of these minor silver missions, because we can't do them for now, and we're going to do this search mission instead, just so that we can have 3, and hopefully they'll be in the same area. Looking at them, those 2 are in a decently similar area, and that one is in not the same area. But let's go to them and see if we can complete them. By the way, they're all in the dark side of the moon, so prepare to not be able to see anything except for what we're looking for. One of you guys actually had a really good comment, a really interesting comment, I think, that there's apparently a way to cheese these if you have a ship. Ooh, I like this very flat area of the moon. Apparently if you have a ship with the new lock-on stuff, you can actually just fly over it and your ship will kind of like lock on to any grid, and it'll lock onto the thing. So that's very nice. Here is what we're looking for. Very quick, very easy to do. It's amazing that they're paying me this much just to find it. All right, let's fly on over to the other one. We got 10 reputation for that? Wow. Okay. I'll take the 30 reputation if we can get all 3 of these done. That'll be some good rep. I don't even know how close we are to the 500, but this will be a good way to get closer. All right, let's see if this one's as easy as the one before it. We're nearing the area. I'm just going to fly up a little bit more and turn this off so I can have a peek. I really hope it's not going to be a difficult one because sometimes they are. Oh, this planet's so bright. Oh, here we go. It actually wasn't that hard if we turn on this because it tells me where it is. Some of them do that. I don't know what leads them to do that, but some of them tell you exactly where they are, and it's very nice of them, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. All right, let's fly to the last one. All right, here we are at the final location, and this one's going to be a little more difficult, I can tell, because the sun is up a little bit. Hey, maybe we can grab a little bit of ice, though, while we're here. That's a little plus. All right, let's turn this off and just have a peek. I want to see if it maybe just kind of shines a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be a more difficult one. Okay. Ooh, look at that lovely blue, look at that lovely view of Mars over there. It's actually very nice. Now, if only the view could include the thing I'm looking for. All right, I think the play is to land, do a little bit of walking, because sometimes that helps you find them if you're walking around. Or sometimes it helps me at least. I see a light over there, but the ice is a little bit tricky sometimes, so I don't think it's a light of a craft. Yeah, sometimes the ice does weird stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna give up on this one. It's just extremely difficult to find because the ice makes everything kind of glimmer a little bit. As well, the sun is in a really bad position to be finding things. So it's kind of a waste of my time considering some of these are extremely easy. I don't really want to just fly around here hoping that I'll stumble upon it, because I don't think I am. We'll do one quick pass this way, maybe. See how, like, sometimes it looks like there's lights over here, but it's just the ice being weird. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Our energy is getting low. I don't really want to use a kit. So let's just head back over to the mine station and call this one a loss. Totally fine by me. We took 3. We did 2 successfully. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let's get back to the mine station. All right, hello mine station. I'm just gonna pop in and sit at a table real quick to replenish my my power. As well, I want to go and check this. Factions. Okay, so the star dealers are the ones I care about quite a bit. 325, not bad. We're well on our way to the 500. Mine we're probably doing pretty well with. Some of you guys told me, by the way, that these guys who hate me, it's because apparently they're enemies with these. So every time we do a mission for the star dealers, these guys hate me just a little bit more. As well, these guys hate me. But luckily, these are actually people I haven't met. Like, I've met them, but I haven't actually, like, talked to them or anything. This is the one I met, apparently, on the planet Earth. So we're not actually losing any favor with any that we are friends with. These guys probably are just enemies with them, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Maybe they don't like me helping out their enemies. It's okay. Okay, this is another iron mission. I'm going to take it because we already have an iron mission. Might as well do the other one. All right, can we sleep or is it too late? I don't know. We probably don't have power. Okay, we don't have power, but can I turn this on, though, is the question. If I turn the hydrogen engine on. Boom, now we have power. All right, we're sleeping so the sun comes up. Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome. You can see the sun rising up there on those solar panels. I haven't actually moved them back. That's still running only because this is running. I'm going to throw some ice in there. Maybe we leave it running. I don't know. But let's go and check the station because I bet you those steel plates are nice and cheap now. Do I leave it running? I don't know. Maybe we turn it off. We'll just reposition the solar panels. It's fine. If we leave one down like that, I think it'll work fine because we have the 3 working right there, and then we only need to move 2 down until we have more refineries set up, that is. All right, let's head over to the station. Do I want to bring any cobalt or anything? I guess we will, just in case it's a really good deal or something. All right, STDE station, how you doing? I'm sure you have new materials for me. That was a bit of a weird jump right there. But let's check out your acquisitions first. Displays, girders, iron ingots. We have a lot of acquisitions for iron ingots. I'm just going to take them all because we can absolutely do them. Another one for hydrogen bottles. If they're selling hydrogen bottles, that would be a really good thing to perhaps do. They're not selling hydrogen bottles. That's fine. Let me see if we have any good prices in here. I'm already seeing some red, which is good. Always good on weapons and stuff, but some of this is good. An even cheaper medical component? I could have saved so much money. I could have saved 60K just by waiting a little bit longer, but I didn't know it was going to go this cheap, so that's, you know, that's my fault. All right, let's mark down these prices, see if we've got any good deals. Yeah, it's another day where we have nothing that we can actually sell, unfortunately, to them. What about prices in here? That's a bad price. That's a bad price. That's a bad price, and that's a, I think that's a decent price. But yeah, nothing great here. All right, here's how we're gonna play this. I know we need a couple steel plates for the solar panel up top. I think we need like 4 for that. I don't know exactly. So we're gonna buy those. We're also gonna buy 20 steel plates for the survival kit so that we can have that up and running. And I think that's all we're gonna buy here for now. Yeah, I'm not quite at the point where I want to start buying things on discount and then selling them later, because I don't really have a good metric for if I'm going to be able to sell them. Because I don't think they take medical components. They might take bulletproof glass, but I don't know for sure. I need to update my spreadsheet so it's better. Okay, let's leave this place for now. We're gonna go back and actually wait. I want to check the haul missions because those are always a good thing to check. Nope, that's back on Earth. Checking the search missions just to see if they have any good ones as well. No, it doesn't look like they have any exceedingly good ones. Check the bed just in case it has any good free stuff. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, no worries. Let's head back to the base and get that survival kit up and running. That's going to be a good thing to have working. By the way, I know we're trying to get some refineries up and running as well, but I don't really want to buy the 100 steel plates that are required to get those to work until we have the, or until they're on a really good deal. So I'm waiting on those, but I'm happy getting the 20 required for this. Oh wait, hang on, I need to undo. I've got to put 5 away because otherwise, again, it's gonna, it likes to put it in that extra slot, which wastes materials for us. So we don't put any steel plates in there. We now have that set up. I actually wonder, so we can grab power from it, that's good, but what I wonder is how much power it takes. Max required input is 200 kilowatts. So I highly doubt we have enough power to run both of these at the same time. Actually, we might. If those are all efficiently facing the sun, we might. But yeah, now that we have this up and running, maybe I can toss a little bit of rock in there and see what happens. We have a little bit of stone right there. So just plop it in here. See how it handles it. Oh wait, we need to produce ingots. Yeah, so they can't run both at the same time yet. That's a bummer, but let's take the 3, I think it is, that we need for this. And go get this up and running as well. Ooh, look at that shadow. I like the shadows in the distance. They look really cool, I think. Alright, let's get this last one up where it should be. And we'll be operating at full capacity. Alright, check it out. You know what I wish I could do, actually? I don't think you can do this in Space Engineers without like a script. But I wish I could set it so that this has priority over this, so that whenever there's enough power, they both run, but when there's not enough power, this cuts off, and then this runs. I think that'd be really cool if we could do that. All right, at this point, I think we have a pretty formidable base. We can probably go into this thing and see if we can maybe assemble some things. Oops, I think I just took off my helmet. Here we go. Let's see if we can assemble some things. So, of course, for this, we're very limited on our assembling, but, I mean, it kind of solves our girder problem. And our solar cell and our steel. It kind of solves all of our problems, doesn't it? Just having this one thing. It was super expensive to get, but I think it's pretty fair considering how slow it is. Actually, how slow is it, I wonder? Let me go in here. Because usually I play on like max assembler settings and stuff, but we're actually at the minimum. So if I wanted to make, let's say I wanted to make 10 steel plates, how long would that take? Bumping that forward in production. I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit. Definitely. Okay, yeah, it does take quite a while. But I mean, still, that's like free money right there. Because, I mean, all it takes is the power, but essentially I can sell this for, I don't know, 5K a pop, 6K a pop, which is a lot, actually. Alright guys, after sitting here a little bit and thinking about how I want to handle this, I think we're going to make a new rule for this series. Just looking at the survival kit and everything that it has to offer in the assembling tab, I realized that what this is going to do is it's going to negate a lot of the economy stuff that we're going for. So essentially we won't have to worry about buying steel plates at a good price. We won't have to worry about getting girders when they're available, or solar cells or anything like that. I think it's gonna like be a detriment to the series with the ability to assemble all this stuff without actually having to buy that assembler blueprint, which is expensive. So what I'm gonna say is that we can use the survival kit for the refining all we want, but I'm going to limit the ability to assemble with it until we unlock the basic assembler blueprint, just so that we don't instantly have a solution to all of our problems and we still have to work for it a little bit longer. So because we have the basic refinery built, we can use the refining in the survival kit just fine. We just can't use the assembling in it until we have that basic assembler blueprint, which I think is going to be a very good thing to balance this, just so that we don't suddenly like solve all of our problems with the building of this one thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. I think that's how we're gonna go forward. At the current moment, I turned it off because we don't have enough power to run both of them, so it's just kind of sitting there. But until we get that basic assembler blueprint, we can still use this thing to refine rocks. That's about it. And get power, heal ourselves up, that sort of thing. But it makes it so that it's not just like an instant solution, which I think is probably the better way to go, rather than completely off-railing the entire series. So that's how we're gonna do it. But anyways, what that does tell us is that our next major priority is going to be getting a basic assembler blueprint so that we can use not only this, but also the basic assembler to assemble things. So basic assembler blueprint is priority number one. Although honestly, I think a ship is probably pretty important as well, but yeah. All right, so I think the way we're gonna handle this is every ore goes in here, every rock goes in here. I think that's gonna give us the best efficiency, since this is more efficient with the rocks. Okay. Let's take a trip to the station. I bet it's probably changed by now. I want to see if we can get steel plates for a decent price, because I think they're going to get a little bit cheaper. All right, welcome back to the station. Looking at these acquisition missions, there might be a chance for profit here, because this will give us 233k for 302 interior plates, whereas if we were to buy them outright, 302. No, actually, never mind. That's a loss. Okay, never mind. Let me run through these and see if there are any really good prices. Just looking off the top of my head, I guess girders are on sale for a pretty decent one. Explosives, but I don't think I can ever really sell explosives, so that's not a great one to do. And then small steel tubes, that's actually not a bad price, and also steel plates are much cheaper. All right, looking at these prices here, the girders are pretty good. I'm actually going to buy some because they're at the lowest price that I've ever seen them, and they're on discount. That might mean that they're about to go off sale, so I think I'm going to buy 24 girders. Just to have, just in case, pretty much. Maybe I'll buy another, maybe we'll do 36, just so I have essentially 3 solar panels worth of girders in case we want them. Steel plate wise, I don't think we're gonna buy any steel plate. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy maybe like 20 steel plates just to have. So let's go ahead and buy those and head back to our base. I'm gonna check out the mine station as well to see if there are any deals to be had. And then maybe we'll make a little bit of money. All right, there is actually a deal to be had, and that's with the steel plates. We can give them 163 of these things, and we'll make a profit of 42k. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let me go and buy some steel plates, and we'll get a nice easy profit. Actually, I take that back. There's a chance we could make a lot more profit because it looks like this has changed. The one thing I don't know though, yeah, this is all on discount. The one thing I don't know though is if it changed while I was heading back, or if it changed before I got to the mine station. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy the 163 of these, just for the chance that it changed while I was headed to the mine station. So 163, and we're gonna try and sell these. So buy those. That's a lot of money though. We have enough money, but I really hope we can sell these. Otherwise, I mean, we have them, so I guess that's not horrible, other than the fact that it costs so much money. But let's head back to the mine station and see if, hopefully they're still taking them for a profit as well. All right, mine station, are you still taking steel plates? Moment of truth. Let's see. They are still taking them. So we actually did, it did change before we got to the mine station. So our profit is quite a bit more. Let's sell these. Yeah, we made about 100k in profit from that. So that's really good. Unfortunately, of course, I don't know off the top of my head now what the other station is buying. So I don't know if there's any other deals. Although it might be a deal for these because that was 12% off at the other one. Let me real quick see. If it is, we'll get more. All right, after putting in all the prices, there are only 2 that we can take advantage of, and those are the girders and the construction components. So for construction components, we can get 106, which would give us a profit of $10,000. So 106, go ahead and buy those. It's not that much of a profit for these, but and then the girders we can get another 180, and that'll give us a profit of 9,000. So if we can get 180 of these. Yeah, it's a bit of a high risk for such a low profit, but I will take the profit and run with it. I want to check real quick if there's a nice haul. No, this is to Earth. Acquisition missions. They have an iron ore. That's a really good iron ore mission. It's because it's so expensive. All right, I'm going to take our very slim profits over to the next station so that we can make a little bit of money. All right, construction components, make sure we're selling them for the profit, which we are. Let's sell all. There we go. And let's do the same for girders. Make sure they're the same price that they said they were. They are. And sell them. So now we've earned just a little bit more money. Not that much. But you know what I've just discovered that I've not been doing yet is I haven't been doing any long-term sales, which I think next episode maybe we'll try and like revolutionize our selling strategy so that we can actually track long-term prices of things that sell at the mine station. I'm going to have to set something up for that to find out how we can track that. But hopefully that will be our path to riches and glory. Let's head back to our base because I bet you that we have a lot of magnesium at this point, or cobalt, or whatever we have down here. Because we've been flying around all day. Look where the sun is. It's almost going that way. We've been flying around half the day. Yes. Okay. So we do actually have a lot of cobalt in here. You know what I think we're gonna do? The steel plates were really cheap. I think we're gonna go buy a bunch of steel plates and get that thing sorted. Get one of those refiners up and running, because I think that would be a really good step in the right direction to end game, I guess, to getting our base fully self-sufficient. So let's go and grab those steel plates while they're on sale, get them while they're cheap, and go and build that thing up. I hope they're still there, because otherwise it's going to be another like 5 days before we can get them. But I think it'll be fine. They're probably still there. Yes, okay, they're still here. So I need 99 of these. And it's going to cost us a pretty penny, but getting those now is definitely better than waiting on them in the future. So if I go here now, yeah. So it was at a 12.3% discount. I think that's probably the cheapest it'll ever go until I get like 500 reputation. I mean, okay, it's the cheapest. If it's the cheapest it'll ever go, do I buy those other ones? I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy another 99. Then again, next episode I want to revolutionize our trading empire, and I'm going to need capital to do that, so I think we hold off. I think we hold off on the other refinery until we, until we have more capital to spend. So I'm going to take that win. I'm going to go back. I'm going to set up that refinery, and I think we're going to need to get another solar panel up and running as well. Second refinery coming right up. This is a good day. We got a survival kit, which is a little bit hindered, more than we thought, but we also have the refinery set up. So I think what I'm going to have is the refinery doing magnesium. So I'll take 4K magnesium in here, throw that in this one. Yeah, so they're having a little bit of trouble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these. All right, there we go. 5 solar panels, all at 3 power, but they should have 4 pretty soon. And maybe these will start up again. Well, let's turn this one off for now so that this one can at least work. And when the sun gets down a little bit more, we'll turn it back on. Actually, you know what? It's time to revolutionize things a little bit. I think we're going to set up a rotor for this thing. I think it's time. It's going to be a really good idea to have the solar panels on a rotor so that we don't have to actually keep mining those, and we can always have them efficiently facing the sun. So let's grab a couple of steel plates with us, and we're going to go place this rotor. For now, we're going to place it right here, and we're going to remove all of these ones right here. And once we have this set up, we'll no longer have to grind them down or anything. We'll just be able to turn the rotor, and it'll follow the sun for, well, it won't follow it automatically, but once we have a script, it'll follow it automatically. But for now, we'll be able to just turn it, which will save us a little bit of time. So in addition to these, it's important to note that we can also, since we built this high enough up, by accident actually, I mean, we built it high enough up so we can get the sun, but we could also put some of these on the bottom like this. So we have a lot more space for solar panels, really, than we think we do. All right, pretty good. And I bet you if we wanted to go even crazy, what we could do is we could manually turn this thing, since it would if I turn this off, if I turn it off rotor lock, it will turn following the weight. So what we could do is we could artificially put some weight on one of these sides to get this thing to turn, and then use rotor lock to turn it. So what I'm talking about is kind of like, well, let's see if we can do it. Let me turn off rotor lock and see what happens. I don't want to use this one. I want to use the old one. Rotor lock. So if I turn rotor lock off, it's not turning quite yet, but here's what I could do. So if I want to turn it, watch this. Put a couple of blocks right here. Now the weight is no longer balanced. So if I go over here to rotor lock and turn it off, we'll see it start to spin. It's actually not spinning, probably because it's got some torque. Let me turn the torque down to 0 and then do this. Okay, it's not doing it either. Aha, but watch this. If I add a basic refinery blueprint to it, or a basic refinery thing to it, it adds more weight. So now it'll surely not do anything. Okay, what if I go out like that far? What will that do? Will that give me the turning ability? No? Alright, never mind. Ah! No! Why is it working now? I turned on rotor lock. Oh no, I turned off rotor lock. What? I could have sworn I just turned on rotor lock. But anyways, okay, I guess that's how we can manually turn this thing if we want to. Well, let me turn on rotor lock while it's spun like that. Hurry up. Boom. Okay, rotor lock is on. It's at a perfect angle. So we can manually turn if we want to. Since we don't have the electronics set up yet, we could just manually have it spin. Of course, it's going to be a pain in the butt, but you know. All right, with that done, I wonder if we can actually build up this this rotor while we're here. It's going to require 10 steel plates, which we do have. Do I even have on me? I do even have them on me. Okay, I think the only thing we don't have is those 10 construction components, but we have all this stuff right here. Let me go see if they're selling construction components real quick, and we'll see if we can get that thing up and running. They are selling construction components at a really good price, high discount. One thing I noticed though is in the acquisitions, they have an acquisition for construction components as well. 778 for 15 or 1.5 million. 778 for 1.5 million. 778. So this would give us actually a lot of money if we can afford it, which we cannot. But you know, it's good to know again that those missions do pop up every once in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple of these construction components. Let's buy, I mean, this is a really low price. We might as well, if we're gonna start doing purchases on a larger scale, I guess we might as well start buying more. So we only need, I'll buy 50, how about that? For 88K, I'll buy 100. And we'll sell them, or we'll only use the ones we need and then keep the others in a storage container, just in case there's a really good sale one day. And oh, steel plates, that is the lowest price I've ever seen. Okay, well, you know what, with steel plates at that low price, and I know that they're always buying them at the other place for much more than this, I'm gonna buy a couple steel plates. I think I'm gonna put all my money, not all of it, but a lot of it into steel plates. So if I were to go 50, if I were to go 100, let's just put 100, let's get 100 steel plates going. I think that's a good idea. And then if that place is buying them, we should make a killing because they're usually buying them for a lot more. All right, let's get back to the base and we'll end this episode because it's getting a little bit long. All right, so with these 10 construction components, we can just fly up here and get this built up. Yes, it was 10. I got that right. All right, so now with that built up, it's very easy to just kind of go in here and set up the velocity. By the way, this is Build Vision, in case you guys didn't know what I'm using. For anyone who's kind of new to SE, this is Build Vision. It's very helpful for dealing with blocks like this. Let's turn off rotor lock, bump up the velocity. I'm actually going to turn the torque up a little bit. I don't really care what it is as long as it's just a little bit of torque, and we should be able to move this now. So when the sun's high in the sky, we can just go bam, move that up like that. When it's low in the sky, we can turn it back down like this, and we should always have 4 bars using it like this, which should give us the ability to use our second refinery. Let me see. If I were to turn this one back on, yep, we can use both refineries, because all of our solar panels are generating at almost max capacity. So, good stuff. All right, everybody. This is going to be the end of this episode. We were very productive. We got the survival kit up. Again, at the start of this episode, I was okay with using survival kit for assembling, but after using it a little bit, I just realized that doing so would pretty much negate the entire series without actually really working for it that much. So, I'd like to keep us without the ability to assemble for a little bit longer. But we're very quickly getting to the point where we'll be able to get that basic assembler. So once we get that, everything will be a-okay. I just felt like it was a little cheap, you know? And I'm sure some of you guys might feel it in the comments. Some of you guys might be against that, which is totally fine. Maybe a controversial thing to decide, but, you know, it's how we keep the series going, I suppose. This episode, we also got that set up, which is huge. That's going to save us a lot of time on grinding those things down. And we also got one of these set up, so or a second refinery. So very productive episode, and I think that's going to be the end. So if you like this episode, please hit the like button. Put any comments or suggestions for future episodes down in the comments section below, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers Economy Only.